Welcome to our channel. Today, we delve into a tale of intrigue, rivalry, and the powerful fight to preserve the legacy of one of the most beloved figures in modern history, Princess Diana. The battle lines are drawn, and on one side stands Prince William, the heir to the throne, determined to protect his mother's legacy at any cost. On the other side, Queen Camilla, once a shadowy figure cast aside by history, now sits as the wife of King Charles, asserting her influence over the monarchy in a way that some feel threatens Diana's enduring memory. What follows is a fierce, silent battle that threatens to alter the very future of the British monarchy. This is no simple tale of power. It is a story about family, betrayal, and a son's vow to preserve the truth. And as the monarchy faces its most uncertain future, Prince William finds himself at the center of a ruthless conflict. Will he remain steadfast to his mother's ideals? Or will Camilla's strategic climb to power change the royal landscape forever? The rise of Camilla Parker Bowles from royal mistress to queen consort is one of the most contentious and divisive stories in British royal history. From the moment she entered Prince Charles's life, Camilla's name became synonymous with scandal. She was the woman who was said to have torn apart the fairytale marriage of Charles and Diana, and her affair with Charles became one of the most publicized and painful sagas in the royal family's history. Camilla's relationship with Charles started before his marriage to Diana, but it wasn't until years later that the true nature of their connection was exposed. Diana's devastating revelation, that there were three of us in this marriage, during her infamous interview with the BBC, only solidified Camilla's place in the public eye as the other woman. Diana, the darling of the public, was pitted against Camilla, a woman whom many viewed as the usurper of a young princess's happiness. However, as time passed, the public's harsh judgment of Camilla began to soften. Through sheer persistence, Camilla began to carve out a place for herself within the royal family. After Diana's tragic death in 1997, Camilla's relationship with Charles deepened, and slowly, she began to play a more prominent role in royal life. Despite her past, Camilla worked tirelessly to present herself as a dutiful partner, one who was committed to her charitable causes and public service. Over time, public opinion shifted, and by the time Queen Elizabeth II gave her blessing for Camilla to become queen consort, she had successfully redefined herself. Yet, not everyone in the royal family was on board with her newfound prominence. Prince William, in particular, had a very different view of Camilla. For him, the memory of his mother was too sacred, and the damage Camilla had caused to his family's dynamic could never be forgotten. As Camilla ascended, William quietly resisted, determined to protect Diana's memory from being overshadowed by a woman who had once been the source of so much heartache. Prince William's connection to his mother, Princess Diana, is a central pillar of his identity. He was just 15 years old when he lost Diana in a tragic car accident, and her death left an indelible mark on his soul. From the moment he stepped out of Kensington Palace to walk behind his mother's coffin in front of millions, Prince William became the face of grief and loss. For years, he carried his mother's memory like a weight, and over time, it became clear that her influence would shape much of his public life. Diana was everything to William. She taught him to be compassionate, to connect with others on a deeply human level, and most importantly, she imbued in him a strong sense of duty to her legacy. Diana's message was always clear: protect those who cannot protect themselves, use your power for good, and above all, remain grounded despite your royal status. William internalized these lessons, and he vowed that one day, when he became king, he would carry his mother's principles with him into the monarchy. In the years following Diana's death, as Camilla grew closer to Prince Charles and eventually became a part of the royal family's inner circle, William found himself increasingly at odds with the idea of Camilla as queen consort. For him, it was a painful reminder of everything Diana had endured. He had watched his mother suffer under the weight of the royal expectations, only to be betrayed by the man she loved. Now, as Camilla's influence in the royal family grew, William saw an opportunity to fight for his mother's legacy, to preserve the truth, and to make sure that Diana's voice was never silenced by those who had caused her harm. Behind the public displays of unity, an undercurrent of tension ran deep within the royal family. William, though respectful in public, refused to let Camilla's influence expand unchecked. The press, ever eager to paint a picture of harmony between the royals, would often feature images of William and Camilla smiling together, but those who worked within the palace walls knew that the true relationship between the two was far from cordial. While Camilla carefully cultivated her public image as the dutiful and supportive wife to Charles, William quietly maneuvered behind the scenes. Sources close to the prince suggest that he saw Camilla's attempts to shape royal tradition as a threat to Diana's legacy. Camilla's children, Tom Parker Bowles and Laura Lopez, were frequently thrust into the limelight, with some insiders noting that Camilla was pushing for them to gain more royal roles, a move that alarmed William. The monarchy, in his view, was not about stepping children, but about bloodlines, duty, and responsibility to the nation. The tension between William and Camilla came to a head during a series of private discussions about the future of the monarchy. William, fiercely protective of his mother's memory, spoke out against the growing influence of Camilla's family. He argued that the royal family's future must remain rooted in tradition, and that Diana's sons, himself and Prince Harry, must be at the forefront of the royal narrative. But Camilla, whose ambition had never waned, was determined to solidify her family's place within the royal fold. It was clear that this was not just a battle of personalities, it was a battle for the very soul of the monarchy. Though he never raised his voice in anger, Prince William waged a quiet war against Camilla's rising power. In his speeches and actions, he emphasized the importance of preserving the monarchy's integrity and connection to the British people. His work with charities, especially those that aligned with Diana's causes, became a subtle but powerful reminder of the legacy that had been built by his mother. William made sure that every charity, every cause, reflected the values Diana had instilled in him: compassion, accessibility, and dedication to the greater good. Meanwhile, his wife, Catherine, Princess of Wales, became the embodiment of Diana's spirit. Catherine's graceful demeanor, her ability to connect with the public, and her unwavering support of charitable initiatives made her the perfect partner for William's royal vision. Through Catherine, William ensured that Diana's legacy lived on, and by doing so, he further distanced the monarchy from Camilla's rise to power. Privately, it's reported that William has already made it known that when he becomes king, he will take steps to limit Camilla's influence. While Charles may have given his blessing to her role as queen consort, William has a different vision for the future. It's rumored that he may reduce Camilla's public duties and move the monarchy's focus back to its traditional roots. He understands that the monarchy must evolve, but it should not forget its past. The battle between Prince William and Queen Camilla is not just a personal feud, it is a clash of royal visions. As the monarchy faces an uncertain future, the outcome of this silent war will shape the institution for generations to come. William's determination to preserve his mother's legacy is unyielding, and it is this commitment that will ultimately define his reign. But the royal family is not a simple institution, it is a delicate web of power, tradition, and duty. While William may have the public's heart, Camilla has a seat at the table of power. Her strategic influence could be felt for decades, especially as Charles's reign grows older. As we look toward the future of the British monarchy, one question remains: will Prince William be able to safeguard his mother's legacy and ensure that Diana's light continues to shine brightly? Or will Camilla's quiet power grab rewrite the royal narrative? Only time will tell.